Eye on Sun Valley, daily local news from beautiful Sun Valley, Idaho.
We'll see if Christine does any good. Backpedaling is also Nice placement, Chris.
That's it. Yes. That's what I'm talking.
As our very own Ernest Hemingway once said, best of all, he loved the fall. I'm Michael David with Eye on Sun Valley Sports, coming to you from the Sage Willow Soccer Complex in beautiful Sun Valley, Idaho, where today the Lady Cutthroats take on the Wendell Trojans as the regular season winds down and the girls prepare for the postseason. We'll be back after this short break with the exciting action and interviews with the girls following the game.
Better food, better price, better service. Atkinson's Market, supporting local farmers since 1956.
Down on the pitch, and we just watched the Lady Cutthroats with a decisive 9-0 victory over Wendell, joined by Coach Kelly Feldman, Christine Eastep, and Chloe Tanis. Coach, big victory. What do you have to say about these girls?
Yeah, they played well. We've been working on moving the ball and doing a better job of winning it back when we lose it, and I think we accomplished all those things.
Right.
Playing with our shape and seeing how well we can use the whole field and use our speed to our advantage.
Sure. Now it was fun to watch. Christine, you had a lot of goals today. A double hat trick, 6 goals. Did you come in with that mentality of I'm just gonna score as much as I can?
Well, no, we talked a lot at the beginning about scoring first and coming out hot, and that's what we did.
Right.
It was a really wonderful pass, and I think we just kept it up.
And what was the key too about you getting past the defenders and getting in position to score?
Well, they held their defensive line really high, and so once I had a good through ball, it was easy for me to take off and beat the defender.
Great. Well, and you took advantage of it when it was there. Chloe, what was your perception of the game? What was the key for you?
I think we played well, and just coming off with a fast pace is really helping us, and kind of finding a variety of different ways to play, like finding through balls and then passing and connecting and just keeping that up. So I think we did a good job of that.
No, that's fantastic. Do you have trouble with focus, when you've got a big lead like that, or do you just keep playing like Coach wants you to?
I think sometimes we have trouble with it, but we just have to reset and just play how we know how to play, and then keep connecting the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
And Coach, never a perfect game. What do you see that you need to work on as you prepare now, about to head into the postseason?
A lot of it is speed of play. Can we move the ball faster? Can we be smarter with our touches? Can we, just use the field more efficiently?
Right.
And that's one of the things that always kind of trips us up there is that speed of play.
Sure.
And the movement off the ball that we need to support that. So that's one of the things we're really trying to focus on. That's something we talked about at half, was can we be better with our first touches? Can we be faster?
And you think they made some adjustments and improvements?
Yeah,
in that?
absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely.
So what do you take now going into? Does it? I know state's been. I'm sure that's a focus for you ladies. But is it a game by game thing as you get ready to head into the postseason?
Yeah, I definitely think it is. We improve every game that we play, and through every practice, we focus on specific things that we need to work on the next game. And I think as the weeks go on, the next week goes on, hopefully we'll be better prepared for state.
Sure. Now, Chloe, what do you think makes this team special? You guys you're ranked up there. You've had a great season so far. What is it that makes this team special?
I think it's just a very, very overall strong team. We have a lot of individually strong players instead of like a couple strong players, and we're doing a good job like working as a team instead of on our individual skills. And then, just coming together as one big happy team.
That's fantastic. Well, I can tell you it's fun. It's been fun to watch from the sidelines, and we'll watch you as you go forward in the postseason. Congratulations.
Great. Thank you so much.
I'm Michael David with Eye on Sun Valley Sports, keeping my eye on Wood River Valley sports for you.
I moved out to Idaho 4 years ago, so I met a lot of people, and I really, really like it here. If you don't have something like that brings you into other people's lives, it takes a long time to get to know people.
Audio Innovations is an innovative audio-visual company that designs, integrates, and simplifies a truly custom system to keep you comfortable, entertained, and secure in your own home. Audio Innovations TJ's Electric offers a variety of services, from phone systems to lighting control systems, HVAC systems, home theater, electrical, audio, and video, drapery systems, and more. Audio Innovations, 91 East Croy Street, Alturas Plaza, in Haley.
Better food, better price, better service. Atkinson's Market, supporting local farmers since 1956.
I'm Karen Bosick with Eye on Sun Valley. Those brave men and women and one child you see behind me are heroes today, at least if you have gills. The reason being, they're members of the Hemingway chapter of Trout Unlimited here in Sun Valley, and they're here to rescue fish.
Hello, my name is John Fennell, and I'm a member of the Hemingway chapter of Trout Unlimited, your local club. And as a club, we have a project. That project is to save trout that would be killed when the canals closed. In this valley, the canal behind us, is open to the river all summer, and thousands of fish go down this canal. One day, the canal company closes those gates right over there, and the water is turned off. Within a week or two, every fish will die. As a club, we realize this, and we've put together a program. We come with nets, and we capture the fish in nets. We put them in buckets, and we haul them back up and put them in the river so they'll all survive. It's a simple process. Last year, we saved over 8,000 trout. In the last 10 years, at least 50,000 trout. We don't get all the trout. We don't get even a large percentage. But it's a program that brings lots of people out, all sorts of people help, and it really helps everybody connect with nature in this valley. It got started when Carl Evenson realized that these trout were dying and he might be able to do something about it. And he and I and Ed Northern got together with some plastic buckets in my pickup truck and Carl Evenson's cooler. And we'd go down and net them out, and we'd put them in the cooler, and we'd drive like crazy to the river before they ran out of oxygen and dump them in. It was a little more complicated than that, but that was about it. And we have evolved to the point that we have a trailer with a 330-gallon tank that has oxygen that's supplied to it just like Fish and Game does. And we're able to take the fish out of the water, put them in the tank, and preserve them as long as possible until we have an opportunity to safely get them back to the river.
Tell me about educating the young children.
Well, the program was started to save the trout. And we realized right away how enthusiastic people, how much fun they were having coming down and helping. If you look here today, if you worked here today, you know these people have not done it before, many of them, and they're having a great time and they're very enthusiastic. So we have decided that it's an excellent opportunity to get people into their environment. Most people in this valley know the value of the river and the streams around it. That's why they moved here. Some are new and they don't understand it as well. But with this project, everyone gets in the water and they literally get their hands on those fish. They get their hands on their environment. And I think it really helps educate people and reaffirm what they know about the importance of the environment to the life we live here in the Wood River Valley.
When we first started, we were putting the fish into ice chests, and with bubblers, air bubblers, and then running them back to the river. And that's when we ended up getting the fish tank. And so it's been fun to progress. And we've had some really good successes, and some years where we haven't had some success, as good of success. A lot of it's determined upon the water flow, the canal companies. In the past, we had some issues working with the canal companies where we weren't getting notified in time, and so the water wasn't getting shut off. And as you can see today, it's a real time-restricted thing. If we get here 2 days later, on some sections of the river down below, the fish are dead. And then if they don't shut the water off when they want it, they say they were going to, and we have to turn volunteers away, then maybe we're not able to get enough volunteers back up. But fortunately, we have a good group of people and they respond pretty well. Some of the most fun are with the kids, get kids out here and youth and get them in there. And it's just great to see their faces when they see this net full of fish come up. They can't imagine that there's that many. And of course, the muddier the water gets, the more fish you can catch, because the fish they don't know you're there, so it's unclear. And so it makes it, a lot of times the first couple of passes aren't that successful. As the water muddies up, it becomes more successful. Last year we had some really good, a real good rescue down here. One day we got almost 3,000 fish and a lot of nice fish. And so it's just very rewarding to be able to get, those fish back into the river where they have a chance to grow and to be part of the habitat and part of the system. And over the years, Idaho Fish and Game and the District 45 Canal Company have really become partners, not just, you have to do this, but really working with us to help and to assist us. One of the big things they've allowed us to do is, because we've had so much experience doing this initially with them, is they allow us to do the rescues without them being present. Originally they needed to be present. And that created problems because it always takes place in the fall. Well, they're all out doing hunting. They have to be doing all the hunting, and there just simply isn't enough resources to go around. So that's why, their trust in us, and then I keep a record and make a report and then give it to them of the places we've rescued, and then they can count our volunteer numbers for them as well. So I keep a record of the numbers of volunteers and of the numbers of fish and the locations where we got the fish from. So that's good. Well, we rescue in the District 45 Canal here. We've rescued below where the canal comes off below the diversion, the Glendale diversion. And we haven't done it in a number of years, but Kevin Lakey used to get us access to some property down there, and that shuts off at a different time, and we were able to rescue down there. We rescued some fish out of one of the ponds up in Sun Valley. We rescued fish down at the Hiawatha Canal one year when they ended up getting some fish trapped down there. And we helped with the Heart Rock Ranch. We did rescue down there because they were doing the whole restoration project, so we went down there. When the Purdy's and the Double R Ranch and the Nature Conservancy were doing the big restoration project down there, we got volunteers and we came down, and Fish and Game was really involved with that, but we used our fish rescue tank and we collected the fish that we were electroshocking out of there and then moving them from the big pond off of Purdy's property there down in below where the dam was in Silver Creek. So we've done that, and then we did one other private pond over here, which we did because they said they would make a big donation to our chapter, and so that would help resources, but we didn't put them in the river because they were in a private pond. We took them up to the Valley Golf Course, and we placed the fish in there. So normally we don't, but and we don't just go out and do a private pond.
Are you like me and can't stand paying your insurance bill? Just when you pay all your bills for the month, then along comes that dreaded insurance bill, putting the hurt on your checking account. Hello, I'm Mark Balkos, president of Wood River Insurance. That's why Wood River Insurance is an independent insurance agency. This means we have a multiple of insurance companies we offer to our clients. This allows us to hold the insurance companies accountable for coverage, service, and most important of all, pricing. When I started in this business 33 years ago, I only represented one company to my customers. And after a while, I felt as though my hands were tied when trying to be as competitive as I could. As an independent insurance agency, we represent you to the insurance company, not the insurance company to you. This allows Wood River Insurance to be as competitive as possible. So call us today at 208-788-1100 and let Wood River Insurance represent you.
I remember going to the doctor when I was a kid. He knew me, I knew him. It was really simple. And then medicine changed with more expensive labs, medications, bigger clinics, and not enough time to explain it all.
Direct primary care came along, outside the insurance system and affordable. I'm Dr. Tom Archie. At InnerHealth MD, we spend the time we need building collaborative relationships. We bypass the insurance, lab, and pharmaceutical industries and pass on the savings to our patients. At our office, common labs can cost $5 to $10, and in our pharmacy, generic prescriptions often cost less than $5. Our family practice treats fractures, lacerations, and sports injuries, teaches prevention, and coordinates acute and chronic care. We don't accept insurance. Our patients pay a monthly fee that is less than a cable bill. With acupuncture, herbs, Class 4 cold laser, and a holistic, functional medicine approach, InnerHealth MD is family medicine like it used to be. Affordable, personal, and looking to the future.
The mountain biking in Sun Valley is some of the best and most scenic in the country. Bald Mountain offers 3,100 vertical feet of everything from challenging uphill climbs to machine-built berms and features for the intermediate to advanced rider, all accessible via our summer lift and gondola service. For a milder, family-friendly experience, head to the White Clouds trails across from the Sun Valley Village, winding up and around the White Clouds Golf Course. Beginners will also feel comfortable on the paved Wood River Trail, a 30-plus mile multi-use path that connects the communities of Ketchum, Haley, and Sun Valley. Those in search of adventure can also explore the 400-mile network of single-track trails throughout the Wood River Valley, with some of the best views that our area has to offer. Be sure to stop by Pete Lane's Outdoor Adventure Center before you trek.
Welcome to Pure Body Bliss, your home in Haley for extraordinary movement training. Pilates, yoga, and fusion classes, as well as incredible massage. We specialize in private and semi-private sessions, dynamic group classes, and exceptional massage techniques to both realign and relax. At Pure Body Bliss, we have something for everyone, including restorative yoga, core-focused Pilates, and our studio-exclusive high-intensity burn classes, just to name a few. All taught by patient and highly educated professionals with thousands of hours of teaching experience. Have fun, work hard, sweat, then relax, restore, and rejuvenate, all in one beautiful setting. Solidify your resolutions with our complete unlimited membership. At Pure Body Bliss, we love your body.
Hi, I'm Lori McNee with Ion Sun Valley, and today we are out in front of the board bin for a wonderful fundraiser for the Ketchum Skate Park. And behind me is the skate slalom, which you saw me doing. And there's a lot of fun stuff going on around here. Let's go check it out. Okay, so I'm on the slalom course with Zach Vinzon here, and he is the coordinator of this event, one of them, and I just thought I'd grab you. I took him away from his skateboarding. Tell me a little bit from your perspective as a skateboarder, why is this so exciting? Why have you put this together?
Well, the board bin here in Ketchum, Idaho has been a staple of the snowboard and skateboard community for, over 20 years, so every year they have the street party, and we sometimes like to do little events. So we do a dual skate slalom, which is kind of like 70s style, like old school.
I like that.
Yep. And so it pretty much benefits the skate park and, our community and, everybody coming out and having a good day and enjoying each other's company.
So you're kind of putting this course out behind me right now. What are you looking for as you're setting it up?
Well, as far as setting it up is we just want to, keep it kind of the same and as close as possible to a real race course, which is hard because we're in the street, but it's all for fun and it's all for charity. So
okay, and you, boy, it's loud. I don't know if you can hear me back here. Hope we don't get hit, but it's rather exciting around here. How many kids and are there young adults as well then that'll be participating?
Yep, so we have age categories. We have the younger kids, and then we do boys and girls, and then we have 11 to 15, and then open class 16 and up.
And are there winners and prizes?
There are prizes and gift certificates, and you become legend when you win the open. So,
well, that is exciting. Well, I'll look forward to the day. Thanks so much, Zach. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
So I'm out here with Dave Kelso, one of the owners of Board Bin. And Dave, I just want to hear what's going on today. It's just so much excitement, and there's a buzz on this street. Tell us how you did this and what is going on.
Well, this typically is a fundraiser for the Ketchum Guy Coles Skate Park. We've got a silent auction for all these art skateboards that people have done for us. We've got a dual skate slalom going on. You know, lots of egos are going to be bruised today, probably.
Mine was.
We've got a DJ. We're going to have 2 bands play over here, Idaho Vacation and Old Death Whisper.
Oh, wow.
And just wanted to get the community out and have a good time.
That's great. Well, being an artist, I love seeing all these skateboards. And next year, don't forget about me, I will donate one. So how did this start? You said as a fundraiser, and then what was the brainstorming behind all of this?
About 3 years ago, we were trying to expand the Ketchum Guy Cole Skate Park, and we wanted to show the city that we were serious about raising money for the expansion. So we did this art thing during one of the gallery walks, and we had around 200 boards come back, and we made a little over $14,000.
That is really impressive.
So, and then the city saw that we were serious and gave us the rest of the money to build the expansion.
So you have about 60 artists that donated their boards with their art, and you were telling me it's primarily for wall art, you believe?
Primarily, I'm sure a few of these will be written, but most of them are wall hangers.
They're really beautiful. I hope some of you, at least next year, if you can't make it out today, will come take a look. And the proceeds go, as you said, to the Ketchum Skate Park, Guy Cole Skate Park, which I think is a wonderful thing. You're doing something for the youth of our valley. I think that's wonderful. And then I used to be a skateboarder when I was a kid, and back in the day, we didn't have skate parks. We had swimming pools. I did that, believe it or not. So tell me, do you get over there and skate yourself?
A couple times a week I try to get over there. It's about half a mile from my house, so it's pretty easy. And now my kid's interested in skateboarding as well, so it's kind of a fun father-son activity.
Well, that's wonderful. So I see a lot of great food vendors out here, and you were saying there's going to be a band, and that starts when?
The band music probably around 5, towards the end of the slalom, and then the second band will go on around 6:30.
Oh, so it'll be bumping all night then, or what time? What time do you have to close things down?
We're going to be here till 8 o'clock.
Okay, I'm going to come back out for that. That'll be fun. Well, thanks, Dave. I know you're really busy, and I better let you go. Is there anything else you want to tell us?
Everybody come out and have fun. That's all we want. Have fun.
Okay, great. Well, thanks so much for joining us today, and we'll see you tonight.
Thanks, Lori.
So I am here with Kirsten Phillips, and you have worked here since 1999. And I remember you used to help my kids get their skateboards and their snowboards and all their cool clothes and shoes. And it's just hard to believe here we are now, and the board bin has really evolved. Tell us a little bit about your perspective over the years and about this event.
Oh, I love the board bin for all its community involvement. I feel like it's been a really great hub of our youth and a place for all the parents and families to get together. And this is just shows like what a following we have. It's been really cool to watch all of this grow and see the diversity in our community.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of diversity right here on these tables with all the skateboards with art. So tell us a little bit about this. Lots of different ages did this, right?
Yeah, we have anyone from Nolan, I think age 9, oh, wow. Yes, all the way up to my father who has contributed every year. And we have artists that are professionals and some that are new. It's kind of a broad spectrum of everybody.
That's wonderful. I know we have our Ketchum City Councilman right here, Michael Davids, which is fun. So, and I was saying to Dave that I want to donate one next year. So how does this work? They purchase a board and
yes.
Okay.
So it's a silent auction. We started an opening bid of $50, and at 6 o'clock we'll end all the bidding, and whoever bid the most, I think it's in increments of 5 we go up. But whoever wins the bid comes and picks up their skateboard, and some people take them home as art for their walls. Some people like to skateboard and put wheels on them, which we're happy to set them up here at the shop. So it's really fun just to get everybody involved and see what we can create. Oh, the last couple of years we've done this. We've raised over $10,000 at each event. Then all the proceeds go to the skate park, to the kids and the big kids. It's a lot of fun.
That's wonderful. Well, thanks so much for your time with me today, and have a great day and a fun evening. And I'm going to get out there and have some fun now myself.
Davis Embroidery, screen printing and promotional products keeps your logo fresh and your message strong. As the Wood River Valley's one-stop shop for brand support, Davis Embroidery will help you make a lasting impression on your business and your customers. Add your logo to employee uniforms, polos, caps, jackets, t-shirts, water bottles, tote bags, or pens. Davis Embroidery will help you find the right product that fits your company's image and budget. Getting your logo viewed by customers, impressions matter and create top-of-mind recognition. With excellent customer service and quality brands, partnering with Davis Embroidery screen printing and promotional products is a winning marketing strategy. Visit our Ketchum showroom Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, or online at davisembroidery.com.
Better food, better price, better service. Atkinson's Market, supporting local farmers since 1956.
Are you tired of being tired? Wouldn't you like to have more energy and not be so run down? Hi, I'm Dr. John Calvert with Sun Valley Smile Designs and Dental Sleep Health. That's right, a dentist who treats sleep breathing disorders and sleep apnea. You may be one of the millions of people that suffer from sleep apnea, depriving you of the quality of sleep that you need. You may not be aware of the serious physical problems with untreated sleep apnea. High blood pressure, diabetes, and stroke are just a few. For those of you that have sleep apnea but are just not able to tolerate your CPAP unit, there is help right here in Ketchum. I have over 17 years of advanced training in sleep health, and I can treat your sleep apnea, including annoying snoring, from beginning diagnosis all the way through treatment. No need to travel hours away for overnight sleep studies. I'll provide you with a complimentary, complete computer airway evaluation and consultation. Give my office a call and I can help you feel more rested and have more energy. Sleep well, live well. Come see us at Sun Valley Smile Designs and Sun Valley Sleep Health.
Sterling Urgent Care is now open at 507 South Main Street in Haley. Sterling Urgent Care is helping create a better healthcare experience. All patients are welcome. They accept most major insurances, including Medicare and Medicaid. They also accept self-pay patients and offer a membership program to help you take control of your healthcare costs. Sterling Urgent Care invites you to visit them at their beautiful new facility in Haley. Or learn more at sterlingurgentcare.com. Healthcare created with you in mind.
With over 17,782 total yards of scenic golf, we have a little something for every type of golfer. Our signature 18 holes at the Trail Creek Championship course include an 18-hole putting course, driving range, and a luxurious clubhouse with wraparound deck and full-service restaurant. Across the road tower the 9 holes of the White Clouds, an alpine link-style course with 360-degree views of the entire Wood River Valley. A few miles away, you'll find another 18 holes of undulating greens at the Elkhorn Golf Course, complete with its own clubhouse and driving range.
La Cabanita Mex, dubbed by the locals as authentic, tasty Mexican food and drinks with a festive atmosphere. And a pretty darn good sports bar too. Big screens all over. La Cabanita prides itself on their authentic cocina mexicana. Good food, very fast service,
and delicious house recipes. Those special Mexican spices. La Cabanita Mex, serving lunches, dinners, catering, company parties, and takeout. Ketchum and Bellevue. La Cabanita.
Hello and welcome to Eye on Sun Valley. I'm Jody Zarkos. Joining us today is author Charles Brandt, author of I Heard You Paint Houses, the true story of Frank the Irishman Sheeran and closing the case around the disappearance of Jimmy Hoffa. The book has been turned into a major motion picture, The Irishman, directed by Martin Scorsese and starring Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci. It premiered at the New York Film Festival last month. And Charles, you were on hand for the film festival.
Yes, I was. Netflix flew me and my wife Nancy and put us up in a wonderful hotel off Central Park. And we attended the festivities, including the world premiere screening of what is called as a film, The Irishman. Our book is I Heard You Paint Houses, but we also go by The Irishman.
Right, because you have the movie tie-in release coming out in a few days. It should be out by the time this airs, and it is dubbed The Irishman, correct?
There it is.
There it is, in living color.
But we also have the classic edition of the book called I Heard You Paint Houses, and that will remain in print for those who want that book.
So New York is an electric city to begin with. What was it like? I mean, I look at the director and the crew of The Irishman. It's a veritable murderer's row of acting. To throw a little tribute to your Yankees, your hometown Yankees.
Oh, no, not my Yankees.
Not your Yankees?
Oh, God, no.
All right, we're ixnaying the Yankees.
I was a Brooklyn Dodger fan as a boy and grew up having no regard for the Yankees.
So, well, we won't go into the playoffs right now. That might be sad for you then.
Yeah, yeah.
What was it like? What was the electricity like surrounding the premiere?
Well, it was an electricity that I have seen on TV, on news shows, but I never participated in it. And to walk down the red carpet and have cameramen asking my wife and me, stop right there, and trying to get better shots of it. And then a group of, from my family and friends in New York, where I was born and raised, situated themselves at the bottom of a short flight of stairs behind a rope, you know, or a ribbon, whatever you call it. And when Nancy and I started heading down those stairs after coming through the red carpet, we hear this big whoop and holler, and we thought that Marty Scorsese had walked in, but no, it was that gang of cutthroats cheering Nancy and me, organized by a former resident of Sun Valley, Leslie Little.
That must have been a great feeling.
That was fun. We were hugging and laughing and kissing, and then we went in and took our seats. We had great seats, you know.
And give me your review of the movie.
Oh my God, it's a Mona Lisa of a masterpiece. It's a Raphael. It's unbelievable. I mean, of course I'm biased, but when you think about it, I should be biased in favor of the book, which I am. But this movie, as a movie person, I grew up loving the movies, and this movie just, as I mentioned, is a masterpiece.
Speaking of the movie and the book, you said that you held out the rights to the book until Scorsese approached you. Why? How did you know he would come around to you? And after making so many mafia movies, did you think it would appeal to him again, to go down that road again?
Well, I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but I was a homicide investigator, having over 55 homicides that I either tried to a jury or investigated. And you learn to follow hunches.
Right.
You learn that even though hunches are often hard to justify, in this case, I had a hunch that both Scorsese and De Niro would love this book once I'd finished it. And other people agreed with me. My wife agreed with me. And so pretty quickly in 2004, when the book first came out and was in the stores, I turned down 2 bona fide offers from genuine Hollywood people because I was expecting that somewhere down the line somebody would give this book to either De Niro or Scorsese. And that's exactly what happened. Another script writer who's not involved in this, a famous script writer named Eric Roth, gave the book to Bob De Niro. And Bob read it, loved it, and gave it to the screenwriter, The Oscar-winning screenwriter Steve Zaillian won the Oscar for Schindler's List. And anyway, Steve Zaillian and Bob De Niro brought it to Martin Scorsese. And that started the ball rolling. That was the summer of 2007.
It's really amazing, and I can't wait to hear more about it. We'll be back with author Charles Brandt right after this on Eye on Sun Valley.
Hi, I'm Gary, manager of the Attic Thrift Store in Haley, and today I'm not here to sell you anything or tell you about any great deals at the Attic. We all know the Attic always has great deals. That goes without saying. Instead, the Attic and its staff would like to give a sincere thank you to all its loyal customers and generous donors who help to make a huge impact in our community. How? For those who don't know, the Attic Thrift Store is a nonprofit that exists to help support the advocates whose mission is to teach people of all ages to build and maintain healthy relationships through education, shelter, and support services. With your help, we are making a difference in ending domestic violence and sexual assault. Every day, lives are changed at The Advocates. Please visit our website at www.theadvocatesorg.org. So from all of us, thank you for shopping and donating to The Attic. You're truly...
Better food, better price, better service. Atkinson's Market, supporting local farmers since 1956.
I moved out to Idaho 4 years ago, so I met a lot of people and I really, really like it here. In New York, I was always sort of introverted. When I came out here, that no longer was me. I became extroverted because the people here are so friendly and warm. You know, if you don't have something like that that brings you into other people's lives, it takes a long time to get to know people.
As a family, we've been with Harrison over 20 years. Nathan has been, his phone line is always open to me, and that's been huge. It's a real personal relationship. I pick up the phone and call him, and he's always there, ready to answer my questions. He's really quick with getting back to me when I've got my back turned and I'm focused on the business and the people and the aspects of the business. It's nice for me to offload this responsibility, which is a big one, to make sure that all my bases are covered. I need to know that if something happens, that we're going to be covered. And with Harrison Insurance, I'm confident that they've got my back and that they've set me up for success.
Harrison Insurance, for all of your insurance needs.
Hi, I'm Anita Northwood. I live here in the Sun Valley area, and I have been inspired to create Silver Creek Assisted Living for your family. I'm inspired by my family, and we hope you will all come and take a tour of this place and understand that this is the place where your loved one should be. This is what brings us all joy and what we're the best at. Your family is our family, so come join us. Silver Creek Living is a wonderful place. It's not just about compassionate senior care. It is the best place for you to bring your loved one. We provide a beautiful environment where your family is our family. We have great food, fun activities, lots of entertainment. You can socialize with their peers, bring your family, and yet feel that you're in a beautiful, safe environment, while you can still have fun while knowing that you're well taken care of with the best of care. This could be the next best chapter in your family member's life.
I'm Derek Agnew, General Manager of Zenergy Health Club and Spa, and I want to take you inside and show you what we've done with our new Pivot Studio, which is going to blow you away. The therapists tell me that Pivot really is the game changer. It fills that final gap that we were missing at Zenergy, things they could not do in our main gym.
The recent addition of the Pivot Studio has meant wonders to me as a physical therapist. I can now take care of the most vulnerable post-operative patient, but I can include programming that challenges the most elite athlete.
No matter your taste or personal style, the shopping in Sun Valley has what you need for a day in the mountains or elegant night on the town. From bike sales, rentals, repair, outdoor accessories, and souvenirs to high-end, on-trend fashion and sportwear, including a hip, modern women's boutique, there is something for everyone in the Sun Valley Village. Don't forget about the kids, as stepping foot in the toy store is a dream come true for the little ones. The Sun Valley Village shopping options blend a touch of European style with Main Street USA hospitality, all in a charming mountain town setting.
And we're back with author Charles Brandt. Charles, you spent a lot of time on the set of The Irishman. What was that like for you, and what was your role?
Interestingly, part of the film was done in a place called Ridgewood, New York, not Ridgewood, New Jersey, a section of Queens. And I sat there in a director's chair looking around at Ridgewood, where I lived till the 6th grade.
Seriously?
I roamed those streets as a little Brooklyn kid. And that was a thrill for me to be there, like I'd come full cycle. So those were the times I was on the set. But most of the time, they dealt with me long distance. I was in Idaho. I've got my 7-year-old grandson here and my daughter and her husband. And so I hurried home after we were done with the script. I did mention, I don't know if I mentioned it to you, but they had me as part of the script team. Steve Zalian, Bob De Niro, Marty Scorsese, his producer Emmett Tillinger, and your pal. And we would meet in Marty's house and go over the script. And then I'd prepare my notes and come back for another meeting. And when I was done, and when they were done with me, I came back out here to Idaho, and they assigned a woman named Mary Ann Bauer, who was a researcher, to me, in that they would be working on a scene, they'd have a question, and they would say, call Charlie to Mary Ann. Mary Ann would call me, and she said it was as if you had the phone in your hand. You would answer the phone instantly. And I said, well, I did have the phone in my hand. Are you kidding? This is so much fun, you know?
Right.
So I worked on that, and I was actually working on one portion of this script 2 days before the wrap party.
Really?
Yeah, Nancy and I, my wife and I, went to the wrap party in Manhattan. They flew us in, and we were mingling with some pretty serious Hollywood people.
So let's go back a little bit to you secured Frank Sheeran's early release from jail, and then, I mean, that journey with Frank Sheeran consumed so much of your life. Did you ever expect when you were embarking on it, it would unfold that way?
No. I did not expect it at all. I got a call from a member of the Philadelphia mob, the Angelo Bruno crime family, played in the film by Harvey Keitel. Frank Sheeran was the prime suspect in Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance. He had been profiled in the New York Times as such, profiled in Newsweek as such, and in Wilmington, Delaware, where I was practicing law at the time, he was our local gangster. We didn't have another one. And he was the head of the Teamsters Union in Wilmington, Delaware. And we knew each other a little bit. I didn't care for him, and he tried to beat me out of a fee once, and I fired him as a client. But here was a more straightforward representation thing. And that was get him out of jail, I charge a certain fee, I got him out of jail. I had been an interrogator. I taught interrogation to cops. I taught cross-examination to other lawyers, and I was at that point in my career doing medical work. And so he had medical problems and they wanted him out. I got him out and he said to me, you know, I read your book. I had written a book about interrogations that solved major crimes.
Okay.
And he had read my book and he said, I'm tired of being written about in all the books on Hoffa. I want to tell my side of it, and I want you to tell it, because you read this, you wrote that book, The Right to Remain Silent. So my anticipation, to answer your question, was to have one meeting with him. Okay, I'll go up and see what you have to say for yourself. And that led ultimately to 5 years of recorded interrogation. He had very tremendous amount of remorse for his killing Jimmy Hoffa. He didn't care about the other killings that he'd done, basically didn't care. But killing Jimmy Hoffa, who he adored, he believed in Hoffa as a union man, and he was ordered to do it because he was the only one that could get close enough to kill Hoffa. And the mob likes to do it nice and easy, where they're 18 inches away from the back of your neck when you are killed. And so I knew that he had something on his chest that he wanted to get off it. And interrogation is a process from establishing trust to lightening the load. And so you establish trust and you get information that leads to other information. And you also point out to him, now see, doesn't that feel better in your chest? Because there really is a physiological reaction to getting something off your chest. I taught that to cops and to other trial lawyers. And that physiological reaction is what Sheeran would respond to.
So you're helping him carry the load.
Helping him get it off his chest and feel better.
And so in the process of this, did you feel imperiled yourself, being privy to these secrets that nobody else had heard?
The very first time, yes. We met in his apartment, and we didn't get, and it scared him as much as he told me. He was shocked. I wrote it up, I showed it to him. I left an important piece out because it was too scary for me. It's in the book. And it's in the book, The Irishman, in fact. And anyway, we called off we had been together for 5 hours that night. We called it off and we didn't get back together again for 8 years because Russell Buffalino died. Billy D'Elia, who took over for the family for Russell Buffalino. Billy D'Elia became a government witness, and so he wasn't there to scare me anymore.
Right.
But he didn't like me, so I was concerned about him. Joey the Clown Lombardo, the boss of the Philly family, would call Frank Sheeran regularly. And I'm sitting on the couch with Frank, and here's Joey the Clown calling. Well, Joey the Clown ended up going to jail for life. So I was freer to talk about some things that I had not been free to talk about. And we ended up adding an extra 57 pages to the book because I had so much corroborative material. The murder of Crazy Joey Gallo, and corroborated by a New York Times editor who was in the Italian restaurant in Little Italy called Umberto's Clam House when Frank the Irishman walked in and blew Crazy Joey away. She positively identified Sheeran as the killer.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you sat down with this man and had a relationship with him, and did you grow to like him eventually? You said you
totally.
didn't like him at first.
No, good point. No, I couldn't stand him at first. But, and we had a few words, stern words. But as time went on, we absolutely became friends. I'll tell you about a phenomenon that most people don't even know about, and that is you can be trying a murder case, and you've got a murder defendant. And let's say it's a long case, 9-week trial. As the case hits about the halfway point, you're on a personal relationship with that killer. You're on a personal relationship with him on the breaks. You're even making jokes to each other.
Right.
So now you have to be careful that nobody's smuggling in a weapon for him. You know, you still have to treat him as the enemy that he is, and have your investigators, you know, be sure, keep an eye on him and search him and whatever. But there are some of my best wisecracks I got off in a capital case that had 4 men on. When I left the office, I had 4 men on death row,
Well, I guess your best wisecracks are going to come from wise guys, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
So your relationship with a murderer brought you to your relationship with this gentleman and the Irishman, which is going to be on the screens November 1st. You have the movie tie-in version of the book coming out on this week, and you have a book signing coming up and a little talk at the Hangout in Hotel Ketchum.
Yep.
Thursday, October 17th from 4 to 7.
Correct.
And what's the most interesting part of being at a book signing and hearing people's reaction to your book?
Well, I'll tell you, interestingly, I have done a number of book signings in Russell Buffalino territory, northeastern Pennsylvania, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, and the people who come to those book signings have tremendous stories to tell me about their knowledge about Russell Buffalino. Many of those anecdotes I added to the growing, it's an expanding book.
The epilogue, yeah.
Yeah, and the epilogue, and then the conclusion chapter of 57 more pages after the epilogue. And some of that includes anecdotes that I would hear from people. I can tell you a quick one if we have the time.
You sure?
Okay, so a young man is standing there signing the book for him, and he asks me, he tells me that, you know, when I was a young guy, I was a bit of a problem. I was a rough and tough teenager, and my father had a furniture store in Wilkes-Barre. And Russell Buffalino came into the furniture store and said to my father, everybody in this town wants to buy from you. They want to buy furniture from you. I encourage them to buy furniture locally and buy it from you. But your son has to be controlled. And if you don't control your son, we're all going to stop buying furniture from you. The kid said to me, my father got on top of me, sat on me, never let me out of his sight, and now I have my own business. And I said, what kind of business is that? He said, well, I have my own funeral parlor.
Oh.
True stories, God is my judge. And it's in this, you know, the conclusion chapter.
That's amazing.
So anytime I had a book signing in northeastern Pennsylvania, I brought my pad and my pen, and ended up getting more than I was giving.
Always the author.
Yeah.
Charles Brandt, thank you so much for sitting down with us.
My pleasure.
And I hope we see you at the Oscars on February 9th.
Hope I'm there.
I bet you will be. Thank you so much for joining us today on Eye on Sun Valley. I'm Jody Zarkos.
Eye on Sun Valley, daily local news from beautiful Sun Valley, Idaho.